Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Today is March 9th, 2018, and this is the Good Vibes channel. So we are going to go through the market. We are going to look at what the market recovery really holds for us. And today's going to be a little bit of a more laid-back stream where we're going to just be going through different strategies and answering some of your guys' questions. The markets are rebounding a little bit, but we're not out of the woods yet. We are still very, very underwater, and I don't think until we passed or cross that 100-day moving average, I don't think we're going anywhere. I think we're more likely to hit 8,000 than we are 13,000, right? So I think we're still in a bearish momentum, but we're going to go take a look at what's going on with the entire market. And by the way, I'm Sneh at cryptosomniac.com. This is completely live, aka Daddy Sneh, aka Sneh. I don't know where Daddy Sneh came from, but I like the name Sneh. And Bot Connect will be out soon, so check that out. But anyways, let's go through the markets here. Let me give this a refresh. Wow, we're already at 9,433. Wow, we are rallying through this market. Neo is still sitting under 100. Litecoin's still sitting under 200. Bitcoin Cash making a little bit of a headway as well. Now Ethereum, we saw sub 700 Ethereum. Now that is crazy. I don't even know how that got so low. I can't believe that the bulls didn't come back a little bit sooner. And I'm reading all your guys' comments, whether that be Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. Or even Twitch. I'm seeing the 3 viewers over on Twitch. So if you're one of the 3 viewers over on Twitch, congratulations. You are now entering the Cryptosomniac Dome. So let's go straight through it. Let's go to the Bitcoin charts first. And I'm reading your guys' comments. I know there are a lot, but and people always ask, hey Sneh, like, where can I read these comments? How can I get my comments up on screen? Well, I can only pull from a certain area. Restream is kind of finicky. It is finicky. I'll just tell you the truth. It's completely finicky, and it's hard to aggregate Twitter and YouTube and everything. So we are going to look at specifically YouTube for these comments, and but I am reading your comments in the background, whether it be Twitter or Facebook. All right, so let's just go straight into the BTC charts here. Now, are we out of the woods? So I'm going to go through these charts, and we're going to analyze each and every little bit of Bitcoin, and then we'll try to answer as many altcoin questions as you can. What's Ethereum's deal? I don't even know what Ethereum's deal is, but it is confusing, right? It is confusing to see such terrible action coming out of Bitcoin, really. All right, so let's jump to the 6 hour. Head and shoulders, essentially, right? No, not quite a head and shoulders, just a double top. And then we're gonna see if you looked at this 30-minute, actually, we saw something very peculiar. We saw somewhat of an inverse head and shoulders. We saw that us bottoming out here. So we're looking pretty good if we look on the 30-minute, and if we look, even if we're looking at the 6 hour, we're still looking pretty good. So our resistance, we obviously broke down through support from our last dip, and our last dip was at 9,400. So we have that. We're at that resistance mark that we're at right now. I have not changed this at all. We came in with this, so we are looking at this $9,400 resistance and $5,800 resistance. $5,800 resistance. Sorry. So, when you break down through resistance, through support, you get resistance, right? So this actually should be support. I don't know why that's resistance. Let me change this. So I save a lot of these charts so we can look at them later. I've constantly stated that you know, these are my two. This is my lowest support. This is my resistance. I thought we were going to travel along this channel, or if we could break through that $9,400 resistance, we could potentially break out from it. But since this was previous support, we're looking at this previous support that hit on 225, so February 25th. We went up, and then now we're promptly going right back down to the $9,400 resistance. So, without a doubt, Ethereum was 60 bucks. There's no reasons to worry. Ethereum was $60 at this time last year. So that's a comment that we got on YouTube. I agree. There's not really much reason to worry, but if you did buy at these exorbitant prices over $1,000, then yeah, obviously it's a little tough to swallow, right? Of course, and then High Tyler just bought 10K last week. Dead serious, thought it was a good price at 870. You know, long term, if you're looking long term, I think we could easily get back over 1,000. I don't think that's much of a problem. But I think getting over this $9,400 resistance, again, long term, very long term, I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. But as for now, I think we could pick it up a little bit lower. Until we break out through this 100-day moving average, and that 100-day moving average is sitting right above 1,200, right? So right above 1,200. So we'll see if we could actually break out from it. But to me, right now, it does not look like it's going to be possible. At least this go around. So if we look at the daily, so daily waning a little bit, but still we're still in this bearish pattern. We are not. This is a 400-day moving average, and wow, like that 400-day moving average is saying 5,800. So I don't think we'll ever break through that. I really hope not. That would be catastrophic, I think, for the Bitcoin market if we break through that 5,800. But that being said, I think the resistance at 9,400 is going to be difficult to break through. But if we can break through it, let's go back to that 6 hour so I can show you that 100-day moving average. It's going to be 1,200, right? We're a little bit oversold and we bounce right back up. A little bit oversold and we bounce right back up. We're seeing a wave trend indicator looking bullish. We're seeing that dark red momentum, which shows that you know, sell pressure is waning. So we are coming out of our shell a little bit, but to me, I think we're still in a long-term bearish pattern until we break 1,200, and that's my personal opinion. I've seen this before. I've seen this double top before, and until we could break through that 100-day moving average, which we've been trying to, every time we try to test it, it comes down. So we tested it once, twice, 3 times, and almost 4 times, and we still couldn't break through it. And I think this is going to be a very, very large resistance. I think it will take a week or two before we really find our footing, but hopefully, I'm obviously very optimistic about it. I did sell and I did buy back. I did buy back very recently, actually. I bought back under 9,000, so I'm sitting a little bit cushy right now, but I'm not fully. I still have some tether that I did sell at 94. So I still have that, but I was even thinking maybe rediversifying it into this cheap Neo and cheap Ethereum. So let's go check those out. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I am reading all your guys' comments, and go ahead and follow me on Twitter. So it's Twitter/CryptoBot, and there's me. And also probably the only professional photo I have of myself. No, that's not true. But I don't wear suits that often. That was at a wedding. Yeah, I tweet all the time, and it's good stuff. And this is really cool. This is coming in very shortly. We actually got a painting commissioned, and it's a dragon burning fiat and sitting on its Bitcoin, like Smaug, you know, like you know, the Hobbit dragon, Smaug the Desolator. But anyways, pretty cool stuff. But yeah, go ahead and shoot me a follow, and it'll be a good time. And if you guys want to retweet at twitter.com/cryptosomniac this video, so we're streaming on all these platforms. So if you want to retweet or share or leave a comment on below with your ERC20 address, you'll be eligible to win some free cryptocurrency. So if you guys want to do that, we're going to give away some free cryptocurrency for yesterday's video. Today, the GIFTO video today. So we give away free cryptocurrency every single day on the channel. So yeah, thanks for that. And let's go straight back into the markets. Okay, so we already checked out Bitcoin, so let's go check out Ethereum. I think Ethereum, for me right now, I think Ethereum is at a very, very low pace, and it hit under my dark green, and I did pick some up, mid 600s, so I'm pretty happy about that. Below 700, so I'm very happy about that. I picked that up last night, like literally in the middle of the night, so that was interesting. Yeah, I was like, I gotta buy some Ethereum. I literally was about to go to sleep and whipped out the laptop and just started trading, and I'm happy I did, because I had a lot of tether that I cashed out a little bit of my Bitcoin at 94 at, so I'm happy I did buy back into Ethereum. There are a lot of things happening the end of March. Yep, we have CEO of GIFTO, we have Omise Go coming out with some big announcement. Bitcoin Private, I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin Private. I just don't think it does anything relatively unique. Aren't you afraid if Tether crashes on you? Of course I am. But I was very afraid, but CZ, which was the CEO of Binance, he said there's nothing to worry about, and they audited the code. So if the CEO of Binance, who seems like a legitimate dude, if he says it's okay, I'm willing to risk it a little bit. But as for Ethereum, we're coming up to a nice little pattern here, which we may break out of this green line and hopefully come back to our moving average, which we've been sitting at for a while. So let's go back to that daily. Daily looking fantastic as well. And let's look at that 4 hour. Whoops. Let's look at that 4 hour. Just going to that shorter interval. So we did cross. That was a nice little cross that we've had. Dark red momentum, so this could be a long-term bullish pattern, maybe right back down to that $870 mark. That's somewhere around that 0.01 mark. So let's go to Ethereum BTC. MNNG says, Sneh, please TA Neo after Ethereum. Absolutely. Let's do some technical analysis on Neo as well. Why not? I'm a Neo fan. I'm a very big Neo fan. Alright, so we are at Ethereum BTC, and it should be ETH BTC Coinbase. So this is pretty remarkable to me. I didn't think we were going to divert from that 0.1 mark relatively soon, but I did have the support at 0.06. So I wasn't very worried, but I can actually move that support after testing it so many times. Like, look at that. This is a decent level of support. So I'm going to move that support up, and we're going to basically ride this wave up. And I think if we can break out of this channel of the 0.09 around that moving average, that's this is a 400 no, sorry, this is around a 75-day moving average here, because remember, it's 400 times 4 hours, so around 75 days, I think. So yeah, so this is still a decent moving average. If we could break out of that 0.09, that little psychological level, I think we could bear a little bit more here. And yes, I do have some screen missing, and my lettering is green, so it looks see-through because I'm wearing a green screen. So that's cool. Sorry about that. Oh, well, there's the door. All right, green screen. Oh, damn it. These green screens are a lot of fun. If you've never played around with a green screen, you guys should, because it's a lot of fun. Anyways, sorry about that. So anyways, Ethereum and Bitcoin, they tend to travel together. So that's what I really wanted to pull up. Actually, I'm actually going to go back to ETH USD, because I like using common denominators, right? Common pairings. If I use ETH BTC and ETH BTC USD, I don't really like it as much as ETH USD and BTC USD. So let me insert or add a There you go. Add an indicator. There you go. BTC USD. And look at that, guys. That is ridiculous. Let me make this a different color here. There you go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. So yeah, I said accumulate back here. So this was my accumulation phase for ETH/USD. So it did hit a tad bit. So we are, look at that, the yellow line and the Ethereum graphs are matching up quite perfectly. So we're seeing some strong correlation between Bitcoin and Ethereum, as we do with Bitcoin and almost every other alt. I don't think really anything is inversely related to Bitcoin. I guess you would say the dollar is inversely related to Bitcoin, right? So this is actually interesting. We could actually go and check out strength. Oh my god, how do I not? Alright. Alright, how do I spell strength? There you go. Strength of the dollar. Yikes, that was embarrassing. So if we see, while we see this entire hesitation, let's look at this. So if we see this entire hesitation, we see that when the dollar gets weaker, Bitcoin gets stronger, right? And this is a very good correlation that I'm able to show you here. So we'll go back down to February 14th, so somewhere around here. So we saw that nice little pump and then an immediate dump right afterwards. And what did we see for the dollar? We saw a dollar coming to all-time lows, which means Bitcoin is going to be worth more. And then by all time I mean the last 10 days. And then we saw a pump in the dollar, and we saw Bitcoin subsequently come back down. So Bitcoin and the dollar will be inversely related, right? Where if the dollar gets weaker, Bitcoin looks more appealable, right? It has more appeal to it. So if you really wanted to take a look at just the strength of the dollar, you're able to see that it's inversely related to Bitcoin. And I used to know the ticker name. DXY. Let's go type that in. Let me actually go to BTC USD. This is actually interesting. This is some good detective work. Maybe this will be an indicator that I'll use in the future. It's not much volatility at all, is it? Let's look at that daily. Looks like a line. Alright, well, I need to see some fluctuations in here, so let's see just DXY. Let's just go to the, yeah. And then I will include this. So let's go, let's just take a look, okay? So we had a very strong December, but we had everything strong December. But actually, let's go take a look at this in the 4-hour. We saw a dip on the 15th, and now let's go look at what we have on the 14th and 15th for Bitcoin. We saw a rise and a nice accumulation on that rise, right? And inversely related, we saw a nice little pump, and we saw a dip, and we're coming out of a dip. So they're somewhat related. There's a fantastic Medium article that I will have to post later, but they're very, very related. What about Encash? So we're actually going to go through Neo first. Encash, I am working on reading the white paper, and I have just not gotten around to it. And I've told some of my researchers on our team to actually look at Encash, and we're going to write a report about it in the Advantage, because so many questions coming out for Encash. To me, when 96% of your top 100, when your top 100 addresses own 96% of all nucleus vision, that is concerning for me. That means the top 100 people own 96% of nucleus vision. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So that is just a hesitation that I have. Wow, okay. Look at this. Buy under red line. So this is what I said, buy under red line. And I have bought under the red line. That is absolutely true. But if I wanted to look at this 6 hour, we are well below that. Okay, so we are still a little bit inflated for NEO. Surprisingly, we are still a little bit inflated for NEO, and I could potentially see a higher drop. But for me, I'm still bullish on NEO because of all the potential that it has for market appeal. They're doing a lot. They're doing a lot to appeal to potential ICOs and DApp developers. So this, I really do believe that NEO is a good long-term hold, and I've backed that up by investing more and more on each dip. So I think this is a decent dip for NEO. I think it's not a buy signal for me, but it is an accumulation signal for me. So I did purchase a little bit of NEO. I didn't put everything I had. I didn't think this was the bottom. So I did pick up a little bit of NEO on that end. Cool. So let's go through some more questions. So Encash is yeah, again, that's really interesting and difficult to really comprehend. Why 100 addresses own 96% of all Encash. That is very concerning to me. You know, and there's people like Ian Bellina that doesn't address this situation. You know, I think he's a good analyst. I think he's a good ICO analyst, but you know, there needs to be some disclosure for nucleus vision. I think in the future, I think there absolutely needs to be some disclosure for why so few people have so much of the total market cap or the total token supply. So that's really concerning to me. You know, but maybe this is just the future of ICOs, and private sale is where it's at. You know, private sale and advisors is all that happens, and then when they launch their DApp, maybe they'll become more successful. Maybe it is just glorified venture capital these days. But to me, I think an ICO needs to be a little bit more decentralized. But that's just my opinion, guys. But you know, congratulations to everyone who has Encash. I mean, you're the select few, essentially. You're the 4%. You're the bottom 4%. And yeah, I saw the statistic on Reddit actually, and you know, they had some substantiated claims. And if I'm incorrect, please correct me. I definitely don't want to be incorrect, but I believe, you know, after clicking on the link, I mean, I believed it. So hopefully it is a true fact. What did I miss? You said Dash? No, I said nucleus vision, but Dash is another one where, you know, I just don't like masternodes that much. I like masternodes, but when they're spread out, right? Like it's almost impossible. It's almost inconceivable for someone to get a Dash masternode right now. You know, it's over. Let's see where Dash is at right now. I'm not a big fan of Dash, guys. I'm not. But 508,000. And it's essentially a centralized platform, Dash. It's glorified centralized. I mean, I would not call it a decentralized project just based on the masternode schedule alone. You know, there's too many people in cahoots, and early on in Dash, it's $500,000 to get a masternode on Dash. I'm good, guys. I don't think I'm ever going to invest in Dash. I did invest early on because I thought the technicals looked really good, and I did make money off Dash. I guess I'll invest in it if I see a good signal coming out of it. But for me, fundamentally, I don't believe in Dash. So Lux is offering a masternode cheap right now. Yeah, Lux is another one of those huge Twitter. So a lot of crypto Twitter people. I follow a lot of great people, and you know, there's a lot of pump and dump behind Lux as well. So, you know, just be careful, guys. Just don't fall into hype. Fall into technology, really. See what they're offering, see what their competitors are offering, and see if it's a legitimate project. See, like, a good team. I mean, honestly, yeah, that sounds kind of routine and boring. Like, yeah, let's just buy the hype. You know, you could do that, but you're always going to get hurt at the end. So just do that, guys. Doug Polk, pumped Lux. Yeah, Lux is one of those coins where it just from the get-go, it just didn't sit right with me. Watching it pumped, watching it be pumped and whatnot. And Jay Duke donated $1 to the channel. We are still a small channel. If you look at Data Dash or Doug Polk or anything like that, you know, they get like hundreds of dollars every time they live stream. And I was just like, why do they even need that money, right? Why don't they just have a different sort of monetization strategy? I mean, I think, honestly, I think just live streaming alone to me is a lot of it's a lot about being genuine, right? And I really respect Doug Polk, and I really respect Data Dash. You know, I'm not quite as big, but that's good because our family is small here. Our community is small, but I see you guys every day, and you, especially since we have the advantage in the Moon Lounge, rather. It's an awesome community, and it filters out a lot of the FUD. Even if you go onto Twitter, there's just so much garbage, right? And if you put that little bit of a paywall there, I think it filters out a lot of garbage. And on top of that, we have, you know, we release reports almost every day, every other day. So we're constantly learning and you know, feeding off of each other. So it's a group of serious investors. So I really do appreciate that. Doug Polk is a great guy, but he's a poker player. So what? He's a poker player, you know. He could still have some valid opinions about cryptocurrency, right? I'm an engineer and a developer, so I that's why I'm so heavily focused on technology. But I also focus on technical analysis. I think you need to take both. I don't think you could do one without the other. I think it's kind of bullshit. All this technical analysis. And people are saying, yeah, it's going to be like $40,000 by July. I'm like, how do you know that? From technical analysis alone? How can you say that claim? And then people are saying, oh, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not an investor. Of course you're not. Of course you're not, because you're not looking at the regulatory environment. The G20 summit is coming up on 3/17. So exactly a week and 1 day. So 8 days from now. And there's going to be some substantial enhanced regulation. Okay? And so you really need to keep an eye on that, because regulation and market adaptability greatly hinders price movement. And if you don't understand that, you know, you're just not a good trader or an investor, honestly. If you knew nothing about the technology and you wanted to trade something right before the fork, you know, I'm going to buy right before the fork, I'm just going to call you, you know, an idiot. Because you don't buy right before the fork, you buy well before the fork. Then you sell right before the fork. That's when everyone sells, is right before forks, because there's no point. Or right after forks, rather. After the snapshot, sorry. They start selling. But if you buy right before the fork, you're going to get dumped on. And if you don't understand that, no matter how good the technicals are, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make much sense, right? So if you do not look at technology and historical precedences and yeah, honestly, technology, historical precedences, and the regulatory environment around that cryptocurrency, and even its competitors, then you're not going to make a good financial decision. And I'm not your financial advisor. And what I'm telling you to do is never to listen to a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. Yes, I'm a developer. Yes, I've been in this space since 2012. Okay, that's great. let me pat myself on the back some more. Let me pad my resume. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless someone is a regulated, has their Series 7 or 53. They're not your financial advisors. So please don't take anything that any Twitter, any YouTuber, any quote unquote expert like James Altucher or Ty Lopez, don't take anything like that. Even me, don't take anything without a grain of salt, right? Do not take anything without a grain of salt. Why you're not millionaire? That is an interesting question. Who says I'm not a millionaire, right? Anna Boley. Who says I'm not a millionaire? I could be a secret millionaire. I could be a closet millionaire. Do not talk about Fight Club. That's funny. G20 France and Germany will hit on crypto. Absolutely. I do think that during the G20 meeting, I think France and Germany will, or G20 summit rather, France and Germany will be cracking down on crypto. We already saw the French government crack down on Monets, which is a decentralized ICO over in France. So it worries me, this whole regulatory environment. We saw Lisk headquarters move from Germany to Zug, Switzerland. So it's absolutely worrying. It's absolutely worrying. I like your channels. Thanks to you, I did not miss out on GVT when it was a deal. Yeah, so we've been advocating to buy GVT under $4, really. We've been pushing GVT since ICO phase. Specifically, when they reached out to us, full disclosure, they reached out to us. Lat Token reached out to us, Black Moon reached out to us, BrickBlock reached out to us, and there's all of these are tokenized fund managers. But when Sam and I sat down and we read the Genesis Vision white paper, after reading so many tokenized funds white papers, we looked up and we were just like, holy shit. Like, what is the purpose of these other tokenized funds? What is the purpose? This is the exact same way how I felt about Origin Trail. When you have an underlying protocol, I think it's very, very lucrative. I think it's very, very lucrative, the underlying protocol. So essentially anyone could plug and play and create their own tokenized fund within the GVT ecosystem, therefore giving GVT a unique value proposition. The same thing for Origin Trail, it's essentially a plug and play system for anyone who wants to implement the blockchain into their supply chain, right? Or their supply chain management systems. And when you do that, you're able to cash out on these very lucrative opportunities, right? All right, we are all millionaires by mind. Absolutely, you gotta think like a millionaire to be a millionaire, guys. The thing you about the fork, you say you will blow it really good. Being said, what? The thing about the fork, you say you blow it really good. Being said. Smiley face. Okay, I don't understand that. Sorry, guys. Did you guys move to PR yet? Well, we're gonna discover what PR has in store for us. If it is going to be a Cryptopia, I'm happy to move there. But if it's just somewhere to get away from taxes, it's not about that for us, right? It's about being somewhere where cryptocurrency can thrive. Really, we want to be pioneers in this space, and that's essentially what we were doing. Great meeting you at the meetup in LA. Yeah, so we went to a brewery. It was a lot of fun. Let me actually go back. So it was a lot of fun. I should have some pictures. I guess I don't have pictures. Let me just scroll down real quick. Yeah, here's a small group of people. There was a lot more in the beginning, but we decided to take a picture later. It was a cool brewery. It was a really, really cool brewery. Met a CEO of an ICO there. That was pretty cool. Danny and Frank. It was a good time. What's not to love? Cryptocurrency talk and beers. What's not to love, guys? Go ahead and follow, share, and retweet for a chance to win some free cryptocurrency. very soon. Sneh is a Packcoin millionaire. I do not own any Packcoin. No thanks. Technical analysis on Nano. Absolutely. Let's go check out Nano. Sneh, what is your background? My background, what do you mean? Like professional or... I'll tell you both. Screw it. So, professionally, I'm a systems automation engineer, and I was a consultant. So I just traveled from Fortune 500 company, and I would automate their previous non-existing, non-automated or manual processes. So a lot of smart contracts per se, right? Nano's booming. Wow. Do you get into Nano right now? Is this the play? I mean, I thought it was better priced down there, but I don't know. I still don't think it's too bad to get into Nano. It's such a new coin. It's a speculative play, but you could if you don't have any Nano, you could probably jump into it. But for me, I think it's a little bit overinflated. I think there's better opportunities elsewhere. But if you wanted to get into Nano and you like the technology and you want it in your portfolio, I don't think it's right now is a bad time to get in. I mean, one big announcement could blow this thing to the moon. So I definitely think it's interesting. Oh, my background. Sorry. So I was a systems engineer. So I quit my job in 2017 as I was making more money in cryptocurrency than being an engineering consultant. And I was making really good money as an engineering consultant. But, it was a lot of fun as well. But, after being in this space for so long and then, developing my own mock dApps and being able to, and learning Solidity I've been trying to learn Solidity for a while now. And after learning all this and the potential impacts and the different use cases, I quit and I pursued this full time. We are working on our own ICO, and Sam and I are working on our own ICO, and it's going to be an interesting process. But yeah, so we're just developing it right now. We're doing the white paper. We're coming up with logos, all the legal structure. We want to make sure we're legit, of course. So it's going to be exciting. And yeah, that's my background, guys. So lots of 7 Fortune 500 companies. So I think consultants are better than regular employees. They seem to know more because they've been more places. And if you don't like a consultant, you fire them on the spot. There's no calling HR or anything. Like, oh, he's lazy, he's fired. But here in America, there's a lot of bureaucracy about regular employees where if someone's lazy, you can't really fire them. You got to give them warnings, yada, 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 issues, legal issues and shit like that. So that's why I thought being a consultant was really a good growing experience. Now, my other background, so, I was born in India. I moved to UK when I was 1, and then I moved out of the UK, United Kingdom, when I was 6, and I lived in a rural town in North Carolina. So if I have a different accent or if I've ever said y'all, this is where my South is coming in. And then when I was around 15 or 16, I moved to Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, my alma mater. I went to Drexel. And then I studied chemical engineering at Drexel, and then I got my systems engineering degree, a master's, and yeah, I got my master's online, actually. It's a good program. And then after that, I actually, as soon as I really graduated undergrad, I signed up for a consulting company, and they told me I would be moving out to California. And when they said, you're going to California, I was like, hell yeah. I need to be close to where innovation is happening. So then I moved to Los Angeles as soon as I got undergrad. So I've been here for years now in Los Angeles. And actually Peter Thiel and all his big venture capitalist people are all moving from San Francisco to Los Angeles. So that's my background, guys. It's been a good road. My dad's an engineer. My mom's a doctor. So I've lived a decent life. But it's good. But my parents never paid for college tuition and stuff, and so I got into investing really, really early and really, really young because, and I think this is important that schools don't really teach you, how to save, how to do your taxes, how to get into investments, how to properly get into investments. schools don't teach you, and I'm thankful for specifically my dad teaching me, proper financial techniques, how to re-diversify your portfolio, how to making sure not to over leverage yourself, and I'm really really thankful for him. So if he's listening, shout out to old man Sneh. My dad's name's Sneh too, so it's kind of funny. I'm not technically a junior because we don't have the same middle name, but still, yeah, it's good stuff. He's African American. So my dad is not black, okay? And I'm not black. My dad was born in Africa, though. All right? My dad was born in Africa, and now he's a U.S. citizen. So, yes, he's an African American, right? And that was confusing for me as a child, specifically in North Carolina, where I actually colored in African in one of my tests. I said African American because my dad was born in Africa. I didn't know any better. I was like 8, right? I was like 8 or 9, and they like, what race are you? And I was like, I'm African American. And then it was weird, all through high school it followed me, and I kept getting these like alerts and like awards and stuff. Like, hey, like you did really well on your SAT. You had a really good GPA in high school. We want to give you the Martin Luther King Spirit Award. And I was like, and then somebody on the school board was like, this kid is not black. Like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, I never claimed to be black. I've been trying to get this changed forever. It's weird because in North Carolina, when I asked my school teacher, I was like, what am I? I asked, and she was like, you're not Asian. I was like, I'm not Asian, but India's in Asia. She's like, yeah, I would put African American. Obviously, my entire elementary school, I was like the minority, so it was actually really really funny. But yeah, that is my background. That is my life story per se. Yeah, it is funny. It is funny. So the real Daddy Sneh is my dad. He was born in Africa. He was born in British Africa. So technically he's born in Africa with a British passport. So he's technically a British native. He doesn't really have a right to go back to Africa, even though he was born there. It's kind of weird like that, but there's regulations and dumb things like that. Yeah, I had a white blonde girlfriend from South Africa. She's African American too. Yeah, and it was really interesting. It was really interesting growing up because I grew up, in very rural North Carolina. There wasn't many minorities at all, whether it be black, Asian, Indian. So they it was actually really funny in elementary school. Sitting, crisscross like on the floor, sitting Indian style. So when I actually joined that elementary school, they changed it from sitting Indian style to sitting crisscross applesauce because they thought it was more politically correct, and I thought it was hilarious because I still think it's sitting Indian style. I mean, I have no problem with that, but that's really really hilarious. So I sexually identify as a bull trap. That is funny. It's funny. Oh man, I'm gonna retweet that. I'm gonna tweet that out. That's hilarious. All right. So let's get back to the markets. That is my background, guys. So I'm glad you guys asked. This is my background, and yeah. And then Sam and I started this company back in 2016, and we started wanting to build a community because back then, man, you could not talk to anybody about cryptocurrency. It was just basically me and Sam talking to each other and then pulling a few people into group chats, but we didn't really have that community. We wanted to bounce ideas off. That's why we really created the Moon Lounge and Advantage. So it's been going on for a while now. Signups are still available. I still think we have like 60 spots left until we hit our cap at 500 people. And I think 500, so only like half the people of the 500 actually participate in the Moon Lounge. The other ones are just there for the reports. But we still wanted to cap it at 500 because, then we would have to. So we have a team of like 9 people, whether it be community managers, analysts, ICO analysts, technical analysis, community managers, and analysts themselves. And they take one-on-one appointments as well. So go check that out. So we're at Nano, and I said Nano. is not a bad investment. If you don't have it in your portfolio, you could possibly get it. You could possibly put it into your portfolio. And let's go look at other. Now it's just becoming a vlog now. This is no longer a cryptocurrency channel. This is now just Sneh's vlog right now. Okay. Let's go check out let's go back to the markets. Enough about me. If you want to follow me, go ahead and follow me on Twitter, by the way. Oh wow, I got 4 more followers. Exciting stuff. So a crypto bot. All right, wow. Nano exploding. Wow. Let's go check out Omisa Go. I think Omisa Go is worthy. So buy under 0.014. I had an order set for that, and then I had another order set for 0.0135. I have to go check if it actually hit. It didn't look like this order hit, but this order definitely hit. It had to have hit. This is awesome. See that, guys? Like I don't even have to do anything. I don't have to sit in the markets or anything. I put my buy orders low, and then what happens? Perfect. It hit. I'm in this bear market. I saw it coming, and I said, yeah, let's buy under 0.014. And look, it definitely hit. It absolutely definitely hit. This is awesome. This is cool. I'm gonna have to go check that out. I didn't even have to do anything, and my orders are being hit, and now I'm so positive. I'm so positive. I'm like 20, maybe like at least 12% up. Off of a trade I just forgot about. I completely forgot about. So this is awesome. So fantastic. So technical analysis, signals, and fundamental analysis definitely works. So if you're here and you don't believe in technical analysis or fundamentals, and you're just a long-term investor and you don't want to keep accumulating or buying low and selling high, then what's the point? What's the point of looking at a YouTuber or Twitter account or anything, right? My whole goal as an investor is to accumulate more Bitcoin. If I'm not accumulating more Bitcoin, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing? What's the purpose? I'm just gonna work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life and continuously be able to afford Bitcoin at market price? Just buy the lows with fiat? Or do you want to sell when it's high, buy when it's low, and get better and better at it so you can make more and more confident decisions? So my personal opinion is, this is how I started out, was, for example, I was only into Bitcoin and Monero early on, right? Then I got into Ethereum. Early on, that was the only 2 cryptocurrencies I was on. And these volumes were low. Like it was like $200,000 to get Monero, like the 24-hour volume. The volume was so incredibly low. So I was super early into the game, and if you're able to make these swing trades based off news and fundamentals and technical analysis, you could accumulate so much more Bitcoin. Like, hey, Sneh, what do you mean? What do you mean about so much more Bitcoin? For example, over this from 20,000 to down to we got as low as 6,000. 20,000 December, 6,000 in February. I increased my portfolio holdings, not my USD holdings, but my Bitcoin holdings by 75%. So now I have 75% more Bitcoin. So when it goes back to 20,000, I will have 75% more Bitcoin. And more money, essentially. So for me, I love the technology, but it's a bottom line to me. And if you guys don't have a bottom line, I highly suggest that you just sit on to Bitcoin and you forget about it, right? And you could try to buy these dips, and you could continually put in cash, but you need to take profits as well. You absolutely need to take profits. That's what I'm really getting at. Saying XRP is coiling up. News all the time. Like it or not, XRP is here to stay. Let's see. Let's go look at XRP. And we're gonna give out some free cryptocurrency now. Oh, what is this? I must have wrote this. Okay. So, I have a company called Dunder Mifflin. They own 1,000 apples, okay? ICO is only 50%, so 50%, 500 apples are released into the market. $1 per apple, right? So market cap is now $1,000, but only 500 on the open market. So if you were to flood more apples into the market like Ripple is doing, it'll drive down the price. Right? This is essentially the little metaphor I was trying to do. So Ripple looks like it's coiling up. Does it? Hold on. Let me get to a fresh chart. Let's go over to Bittrex. This is a little bit fresher. So, let's go look at this 6 hour. Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to get into Ripple right now. I think I have enough Ripple. I bought super cheap. I'm holding on to it for the long term, but for me, I'm just not going to touch it right now. I'm not confident in my Ripple calls because their fundamental and technical analysis is so vastly spread, you know, where a specific piece of news could affect Ripple over different currencies, right? So I think it's a harder game to play. I like Stellar a little bit better, so that's what I'm gonna do. Is that Dunder Mifflin from The Office? Yeah, it was a random company name I chose. So so many apples. What type of apple? Pineapples. I hate Ripple. So yeah, I don't hate Ripple. I absolutely hold on to some, and I think it's wise to. But yeah, let's give away some free cryptocurrency now. Let's see. Random number generator. 1 for Facebook, 2 for Twitter, 3 for YouTube. Facebook it is. Congrats to everybody who shared on Facebook. Let me go pull this up and I'll bring it down. Facebook.com/cryptosomniac. And yesterday's video is GIFTO. Yesterday's video was GIFTO. So go ahead and like the Cryptosomniac Facebook page as well. Okay. And we're gonna see shares. So we had 2 shares. Wow. We have no shares on this video. That's incredible. Okay, well, no one won money. Wow, guys, nobody won money. Nobody shared the GIFTO. Nobody won money. So let's go to another method. How about this? Let's go to the video before, because actually Sam never told anyone to share that or retweet it. So let's go to that video before that. What you want out of crypto? 4 shares. And you know, we're just gonna redo this one more time. So 2, Twitter. Okay, so let's go to Twitter. This is a completely decentralized way of doing it. What do you want out of crypto? There it is. 37 retweets, but only 25 show up. I know I've done this before. It's weird, but only 25 show up. So 36 retweets, but only 25 show up. So it just kind of picks it randomly. So Let's go back to random number generator and select 25. Number 15. So we'll count down from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Congratulations, Gotti. Send us your ERC20 address to win some free cryptocurrency. All right, look at that, guys. Easy as that. You just won some free cryptocurrency. And that's how easy it was. All right. So thank you guys so much, and be sure to follow me and the CryptoSomniac main page and CryptoBot. I'm trying to grow my Twitter, and I'm going to tweet a lot more. So if you want to hear what I have to say, or if you want to see what I'm eating, I will also post that as well. So this is yeah, this is my page, and this is me in a suit, which is rare. So yeah, go check that out. And let's answer one or two more questions, and we'll call it a night, guys. Oops. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, man. I don't know where that page went. Ah, there it went. Okay. So, let's go back to it. Sorry, guys. Stellar Lumens is better than Ripple. Lumens and better than Ripple in my book, absolutely. TA on Bot Connect. So, what you need to do to sign up for Bot Connect is you mail me your ledger. No, I'm just kidding. You don't. There's no Bot Connect, all right? There's no referral systems coming out here. UCOM, insight, conviction, and a helpful reminder to fight the FUD. Absolutely, Cyber Kenobi. Thank you so much. You've been a loyal viewer for a while, so I really do appreciate Cyber Kenobi. Shout out to Cyber Kenobi. Smash that thumbs up, and yeah. How the hell does this work? All right, one more question, and then I'll call it a day. Okay. Talk about Walton Chain versus VeChain. Which is better? Origin Trail is better than both of them, but I like VeChain better than Walton. That's for sure. So let's be real. People with bots trading cryptos, can you expect from these crash from these bots? Absolutely, you could expect. I mean, we saw a little flash crash happen because of a Binance bot, so be careful. All right, Stellar Lumens is better than Ripple. So, okay, Volton is so much better. Okay, well, we're not getting much content out of there, so let's go look at XLM. And then we'll call it a day, guys. That's interesting. Maybe on Kraken. That's better. That's interesting. So it's hitting its 100-day moving average. I may pick up some more Stellar. I mean, it's been hit since February, right? It's been hit. I mean, everything has been hit, but the fact that it's crossing the 100-day moving average, and I'm still learning more about Hyperledger. I really like it, but I may even buy some more Stellar Lumens. This may be on my radar, so absolutely very cool. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Sneh here at CryptoSomniac. You know, make sure you guys have a fantastic weekend. Life is short, and don't stare at the charts all day. You know, set your stop losses. Stop being so worried. There's opportunities that come every single day. And the important thing to remember is, if you miss one, there's another one around the corner. Whether that be a different app or something different than Bitcoin or Ethereum or the top 20, it doesn't matter, right? There's always more opportunity. Stay educated, stay vigilant. Don't listen to any YouTuber or Twitter follower or Twitter person, right? Do your own research, and just have a good time while doing it. There's no point in getting stressed over it. Stop refreshing your Blockfolio. Stop doing that. Just be at peace. Invest in projects you like and believe in long term, and you'll never have to worry about, oh man, I lost money. I'm screwed. Just do your own research, and of course you're going to make some bad investments. That's why you're also going to keep your portfolio very diverse and managed, and you're going to do all these things because I believe in you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, and retweet, share this, follow me at CryptoBot, and follow at CryptoSomniac. So really do appreciate it, guys. Peace out, guys.